A $2,800 Samsung French door refrigerator and a $900 Whirlpool top freezer do exactly the same job. Keep your food at 37 degrees. The Samsung has a touchscreen, an indoor ice maker, and a water dispenser built into the door. According to J.D. Power's appliance reliability data, French door refrigerators fail within 5 years at nearly double the rate of top freezer models. The ice maker alone accounts for more than half of all refrigerator service calls in the United States. You paid $1,900 more for the single component that breaks most often. That's not an opinion. That's a service record. There are 38 refrigerator brand names available at Best Buy, Home Depot, and Lowe's right now. 38. But behind all of them sit fewer than 10 actual manufacturers. The brand hierarchy your appliance salesperson reinforces every time he steers you away from the Frigidaire toward the Samsung or past the Amana toward the Whirlpool. That hierarchy is a pricing structure, not an engineering structure. Once you see the ownership chart, you cannot unsee it. Here is what that chart actually looks like. Whirlpool Corporation, headquartered in Benton Harbor, Michigan, manufactures Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and JennAir. 5 brand names, 1 supply chain, 1 production network. The same compressor vendors, the same coil fabrication partners, the same quality control protocols run through every badge in that family. The price differences between those brands are not engineering differences. They are market positioning decisions. The dealer who sells Maytag pays a different franchise fee than the dealer who sells Amana. That fee gets passed directly to you. GE Appliances is no longer an American-owned company. In 2016, Haier Group of China acquired GE Appliances from General Electric for $5.4 billion. Haier now manufactures GE Profile, Cafe, Monogram, and Hotpoint out of the same Louisville, Kentucky production. Complex. What most homeowners think of as an American institution has been operating under Chinese ownership for nearly a decade. The engineering improved under the acquisition. That is a documented fact, not a sales pitch, and it matters when we get to brand 3. The badge didn't change. The factory did. Electrolux, the Swedish manufacturing conglomerate, owns Frigidaire. That is the brand relationship most salespeople prefer you not know, because Frigidaire's reputation in the American showroom is budget, and Electrolux's reputation in European markets is premium. Same parent company. Same engineering standards at the manufacturing level. Different positioning, different price tag, different salesperson commission at the register. Samsung and LG stand alone. They are not subsidiaries of a larger appliance conglomerate. But their failure mode mirrors every other brand in the French door and smart feature tier, because the failure is not about who owns the company. It's about what's inside the door. We'll cover that with data shortly. By the end of this video, you'll know the only 4 refrigerator brands worth buying in 2026. Why the most popular refrigerator configuration in the showroom is statistically the least reliable, and the single question you can ask a salesperson that tells you whether he's selling you engineering or selling you a feature list. Let's start with the 2 brands most homeowners treat as competitors when they are, by corporate structure, the same company. Number 1, Whirlpool, and number 2, Amana. I'm listing them together because they are the same refrigerator. Whirlpool Corporation manufactures both brands, and across the core top freezer lineup, the segment where third-party reliability data is most consistent. The units share the same linear compressor platform, the same cabinet insulation specifications, and the same sealed system component sourcing. The Whirlpool WRT518S ZFM and the Amana ATB1843BRW are not similar refrigerators with comparable specs. They are the same refrigerator with different exterior trim and a different invoice. Here is what appliance technicians know that most homeowners don't. The Amana version of that unit typically runs $200 to $400 less installed. The reason is dealer network positioning and brand perception, not component differentiation. Whirlpool carries a name premium because the name is familiar. Amana doesn't carry that premium. The compressor is identical. The coil geometry is identical. The 10-year parts warranty on registered units is identical. You are paying for a different nameplate on the same cabinet. If you've made it this far, hit subscribe. Every week I trace the ownership charts, read the warranty fine print, and tell you the questions your appliance salesperson hopes you never ask. Both brands use a linear compressor design in their top freezer product lines. Fewer moving parts than a scroll or reciprocating compressor. Fewer moving parts means fewer failure points, fewer service calls, and a longer functional life on average. When a linear compressor does eventually fail, the average replacement runs $300 to $500 installed. When the ice maker in a French door unit fails, and it will, $200 to $400 for the repair, or $600 for a full assembly swap, and that is a component you never needed in the first place. That is not a feature limitation. That is an engineering argument. A $200 to $400 price difference between units from the same production line is not a deal. It is an accounting category. Whirlpool decides which badge commands the higher invoice. The retailer decides which badge faces forward on the showroom floor. Neither decision has anything to do with what is running inside it. The ice maker changes that equation. According to Consumer Reports appliance data, the ice maker is the single highest failure component in modern refrigerators, accounting for more than half of all service calls on French door models. The average repair runs $200 to $350. Replacement of the full assembly runs $400 to $600 depending on the model. A top freezer unit without a built-in ice maker has none of those failure vectors. That is not a feature limitation. That is an engineering advantage. Buying the Amana over the Whirlpool saves you $200 to $400 at purchase and eliminates the component most likely to generate a service call in years 2 through 5. Number 3, GE. Haier acquired GE Appliances in 2016. Here is why that matters for this list. The pre-acquisition GE residential refrigerator line had documented quality control issues that appeared in third-party reliability rankings consistently through the mid-2000s and into the early 2010s. The Haier-era GE line is a different product. Haier invested in the Louisville manufacturing complex, upgraded the production line, and implemented supply chain standards built around running the largest appliance manufacturing operation in the world. Consumer Reports reliability data now places GE top freezer models in the upper tier, a ranking that was not reliably true before the ownership change. The GE GTS 18HGNRBB is a 17.5 cubic foot top freezer unit that typically installs for $900 to $1,100. It carries a 10-year limited warranty on the sealed refrigeration system for registered units. GE's authorized service network is the broadest in the country. More technicians familiar with the platform means lower labor costs on a warranty claim and faster turnaround on a service call. When the compressor fails in year 8, the warranty functions. That is the part most homeowners don't verify until a claim gets denied on a technicality. Verify before you buy. Read the warranty registration requirement. The 10-year coverage is conditional on registration within 30 days of installation. That is not the fine print most people read until the technician asks for the registration number. Number 4, Frigidaire. I already know what the salesperson says about Frigidaire, but here is what Electrolux's engineering investment in that brand actually produces. Frigidaire top freezer models rank in the top tier of 5-year reliability in Consumer Reports data consistently across multiple years of tracking. The FRTD 2021AS installs for $600 to $900, depending on market. That is the lowest installed cost of any unit on this list with a comparable reliability profile. Honest caveat: Frigidaire's stainless finish and interior trim are cosmetically inferior to GE at similar price points. The door handles feel lighter. The interior shelving uses more plastic. Those are real observations, not nitpicks. If you are comparing units in a showroom, you will notice it. But they are cosmetic observations, not mechanical ones. The compressor runs the same. The sealed system carries the same class of warranty. If the finish matters to you, buy the GE. If the math matters more, the Frigidaire makes the same argument the Amana makes. You now know something the couple standing in front of the $2,800 Samsung French door at their local Best Buy doesn't know yet the one pointing at the touchscreen, asking about the craft ice. Send them this video. It might save them the most expensive appliance mistake they make this decade. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.